Right, hello guys, me Stephen C. Hello. Oh God, what a I just had an anxiety attack. I thought I lost my phone, and I couldn't find it anywhere. And I was like flipping out. I grabbed my home number, my phone, dialing number, seeing if anyone picked it up, thinking I might have lost it on the bus. No one's picking up the phone. I couldn't hear it, and I thought, I'll give it one more try. If not, I'll have to try to find the number for the bus company. I rang it, and I suddenly started hearing it, and it was in the bag. How I put it in the bag, I don't know, because that bag was in the bottom of my backpack. So unless I actually pulled the backpack out and then put the phone in, so now I put my sandwiches and my drink in there. So I must have put my phone in there as well, but luckily it's in there because it's got my bus pass, it's got 2 credit cards, it's got my C.E.X in there, and it's got £90 cash in there as well. And if I'd lost all that, I'd have probably jumped out the window. But anyway, I went to C.E.X today because the other day I showed you the games I picked up, being one of them was The Village on PlayStation 4. Now, when I actually went to put that with my Resident Evil games on the PS4, I noticed I've already got it. And I paid £18 for it a little while back. So I decided to go up there today and take that back, which I did do. I got a trade-in voucher for the same price, more like a refund voucher. And I got some more games. And I paid a little bit more as well because I did pick up a couple of extra games. Now, there's 2 games here from the other day, which was still in my bag, which I didn't realise were in my bag. This is from the car boot fair the other day, the Getaway Black Monday. I have got the Getaway 2 or 3 times, but I don't think I've got the Getaway version. So that was from the car boot, no manual. And Indiana Jones, which has the manual. I think these were £1 each at the car boot fair, along with the other ones I bought the other day. Yeah, a sandwich and crisp wrapper. Yeah, these ones I bought the other day at C.E.X. Like we bought XG3 Extreme Racing, Enslaved, Odyssey to the West, and Alien First Predator. I think I've got that actually, but I might do that as a bundle deal with a console later. So what I did, I traded in the one of them which I got the other day, which was the Village, and I got me £15 voucher, and I saw a steel box of the Battlefield 3. Now I don't have many steel boxes, so I thought I'd pick that up. It doesn't come with the manual, but the 2 discs are there. Now I'm actually kind of see, they are still a bit scratched up, these discs, but what you can do with C.E.X. I know the guy who served me did say that some of this were quite scratched and he was going to clean them for me. So that one was 50p. Van Helsing was apparently really scratched up. So I've done a quick run through on that one. It still does have a few scratches, but it's not too bad. I can't remember if I've got that, to be honest with you. I might have. I might not have. I don't know. I can't remember. I've probably got a lot of these duplicates anyway. Resident Evil was one of the more expensive ones I picked up today. The Umbrella Corporation on Wii. I do want to try and collect all the Resident Evil games, if possible, on all consoles. But that was £8. There's a condition on that disc. Yeah, they're very scratched up. Wish you had cleaned that one up for me. So that was £8. So Summoner, I can't remember if I picked that up. I'm sure I've seen it somewhere, but I don't know if I've got it, to be honest with you. But this one looks like it's had a bit of a clean, but there are still scratches on it. So that one was £2. Umbrella, £8. Van Helsing was £3. Another Resident Evil one, which I know I did not have, so I decided to grab this one. It's got the manual. Discs in pretty good condition. It was cleaned because it's got some of the smear marks on it. But as long as it's playable later, that's the main thing. So that one was £6. Then the last one was Underworld, the Eternal War, which I don't think I've got. So that has the manual. It's got a lot of fingerprints, a couple of minor scratches on it, but nothing major. So they're the ones I got today. I tried ringing up Argus today 3 times, and it just would not go through to a customer service operator because I've been waiting for a game. And about an hour after I gave up trying to get through to them, the damn thing turned up, and that is The Way of the Hunter, Wild Expeditions Edition. And the reason I bought that, because I have that one, the original one, on PlayStation 5. Then later on, they did another disc, being this one, The Way of the Hunter, Hunting Season 1. And then they brought this one out. Now, I don't know if there's any other versions of The Way of the Hunter. I know there's some on PlayStation. No, not PlayStation. Xbox, I think. Well, I'm not going to worry about the Xbox versions. I'm more concentrating on the PlayStation 5 versions. I ain't going to have a look around to see if there's any other version of these, because I do like playing this game, although I've not played it for a while. I was going to give it a go the other day, but I couldn't be bothered to go in the living room and move everything around just to get to the PlayStation 5, because you can't play this on PlayStation 4. So either on PlayStation 5 or Xbox X. And my PlayStation 5 and my Xbox X is in the living room, and it's getting bloody cold in there again. And it's totally messed up. So I had to pull a lot of stuff out of the way, because yesterday I had my fridge freezer arrive, and I had a load of stuff in the hallway, which I had to drag into the living room. Now, the living room's cluttered up even more now. So I've got to drag that out so I can make space to get back into the living room so I can start sorting the games out again. But I'm not going to do it this week, I don't think. But, yeah, I'm not going to open that up because I want to keep it as it is for now. I think I've all the updates and patches and everything on the PlayStation 5. Yeah, it's got all the maps on here, which are the Hunter's Pack, the UTV, Aurora Shores, Tickamoon Plains, Ricky Park, or whatever it's bloody called, the Outfits Pack, and Lintuku Reserve, or what it's called. I've already got all those DLCs downloaded on your PlayStation 5, so I don't need to open that up and install it. That's going to stay sealed. I'm thinking they might be bringing out on Call of the Wild a new disc on that later on. I have got Call of Wild on disc. I can't remember if I got it on PlayStation 4 or 5, but I know I got it on Xbox. They are bringing out a new map within the next week or two, apparently. And it's like a snowy one. Some are saying it's probably Canada. No one said it's like it's not like a snowy map. It's going to be what's it called, a forestry one, like the rainforest or something. So there's like a couple of videos knocking around at the moment. So I don't know what one they're going to be bringing out. But that I will probably download and give that little muck around on the PlayStation 4 at a later date. I was going to play that the other day, actually, funny enough, the Call of Wild on PlayStation 4, but when I went to the download section, it wouldn't let me go into it. It said, like, you're offline or something. And for some reason, I can't log in to my PlayStation 4 because I'm logged onto my PlayStation 5. And to log on to my PlayStation 4, I will go in, turn on my PlayStation 5, disconnect that, log off of the Call of Wild on that one, log off on that one, and log on to this one just to play it in here. I'm not going to be bothering with that yet a while. When they bring a new map out, then yeah, I will probably have to do that, but I'm not going to do it just yet, not until the new map comes out. No, most of the maps I've got on now I've still not played anyway, so I'm not going to rush into buying a brand new map at the moment. Now, car boot fairs, there is one next week, Sunday, I believe. I might go there and see if there's any more games I might be able to pick up. So I'm trying to find ones which, are kind of like a little bit older or, which I may not have. But the thing is, when you go to car boot fairs, you're picking up games which are cheap and you don't realise if you've got them or not. And I've gone to car boot fairs and picked up loads and loads of games and bought them home and realised I've already got them. And you can't really all go back because I try to get back to the car boot fair. It's either closed, all the sellers left, kind of thing. So what you're buying at the car boot fair is more of a risk take in one way. It's like if you go to a garage sale, which we don't have it in the UK. It's like in America they have garage sales everywhere, but in the UK I don't think we have them. And then if we did, you can't really go to a garage sale, buy like 50 discs, 50 games, and bring them back and find out they're gone and go back and say, here, mate, I've got these, can I have my money back? Because I'm going to tell you to piss off in one way. Sorry, my throat's getting a bit dry at the moment. Because my anxiety attack I had a little while ago, getting really tired and stressed out and frustrated because I thought I lost my mobile. If I'd lost that, I wouldn't have known what to do. I'd have had to ring up the bank, cancel my bank cards. I'd have had to reorder a new bus pass. I'd have had to get a new C.E.X. card. I'd have had to order a new overall electric card. I'd have lost £90 because I had £90 cash in there, which I counted up earlier when I did realise I've got my phone. So yeah, I was like in a bit of a state earlier, I'll tell you that for one thing. So yeah, I might go to car boot fair next week, just go look around. I don't really want to keep buying games, to be honest with you. So I ain't got really nowhere to put them. No, even with the consoles, I've got to start sorting out the consoles and then put some games together and try to get rid of, like little package deals, and hopefully I can get rid of them. And if I do get rid of them, I don't know, I'm going to be buying more console stuff and gaming stuff or anything like that. I was looking at maybe getting a Twitch. But I don't know, I've got a PSP and I've not even played that since I got it, to be honest with you. All I'd done was like tested out a couple of games and a couple of movies, which I picked up at the car boot fair. The PSP I picked up at the car boot fair. I've got a couple of like little Nintendo DS's, which I picked up car boot fair, and they were working. Not played those. I say like I'm not really, I do play games, but I'm not a major game player. I only play games which kind of like interest me. And today, when I was in C.E.X, I said, look, I don't know I'm buying all these games. I've got so many fucking games indoors. It's unbelievable. I said, I've not even played a percentage, not even 1 or 2% of the games I've got. He goes, well, the good thing is you're collecting them and you never know, the value might go up. I said, well, yeah, I did go a bit crazily mad on buying a lot of Xbox 360 games because when the news was going out saying like Xbox closing down the store and you ain't going to get any more Xbox downloads, the 360 downloads, you got to go and buy the physical copies. Everyone was going out to car boot fair buying all the Xbox 360 copies, going to the C.E.X and charity shops buying all this, the Xbox 360 games they could get their hold on. But the prices didn't really shoot up. Like there's a lot of games I thought was going to go up in price, and they didn't. Like some of the Call of Duty games, they went up a little bit by a couple of pounds, but they've dropped down crazy like right now. Like what one is it? The one what they used to do. There used to be one which was like £16, and you used to like trading for about £8, I think it was. Now it's like £3 to buy, and like the Xbox 360 games have just gone down like crazy. And like that's the reason why I went out and bought fucking shitload of games like in car boot fairs, charity shops, anywhere I could get it, eBay, Amazon, vintage. I was buying games after games after games. I hate to say how much money I spent out on games and consoles over the last couple of years. Thousands, I suppose, thousands. And I bought them mainly because I said to the guy, I mainly bought them for more of an investment. Because he said, well, a lot of these games probably will go out in price later. And I just looked at one game. I said, well, like, let's say the summering, yeah. That could go up anytime. There's games like, which are £20, £30 on PlayStation 2. Like even the what ones are they? The Silent Hill games are very fucking expensive. They hold their monetary value. On them. Even on PlayStation 4, they got Silent Hill 2 on PlayStation 4, and that's over £40 to buy on C.E.X. So I said, all right, let's say that goes up in price. If the game gets more rarer, then maybe the game will go up in more cost, more value. But if people start chucking it out, on eBay, it's going to drop the price down in it really. If you only saw one or two of these for like 20, 30 quid, and then people are scanning eBay to see how much they can get for it, they're going to put it on eBay and just drop the price a little bit. So let's say that's going for about £30. I know it ain't, it's only £2, but let's say it's going £30 on eBay, and another person goes, right, I want to sell some of these games. He's checking on the cost on them, and he sees this for £30. He's going to put it on for 28. Couple of pound difference to another seller. Someone else might say, oh, he's got it for 20. I'll put mine down to like 24. The price is going to keep dropping. No, more the rarer the game is, more money you're going to get. Less, kind of rarity of the games. You're going to be paying like pittance from all the Call of Duty games. Apart from Call of Duty 6 is like still £50. So it ain't been long out since that came out. So yeah, I am trying to look for games that I know I don't have, and even if I'm not going to keep them, I want to try to get games which still have a bit more of trading value to them. So if you pick up a game for, say, like £1, £2, £3 on a car boot fair, and they have like a £6 or £7 trading, then I'll pay the £2 or £3 for it, and then get the extra on the trading value. So like, that one, if I paid £8 for, that's how much I paid for it. Yeah, I don't know if that's going up in price or down in price, but let's say like trading is like £6 for that. In the wild at a car boot fair, I wouldn't want to pay more than £3 for it, because if it's a trade-in for £6, I'm only going to make £3, aren't I? And this is why I don't understand, right? Yeah, this is one thing that bugs me when everyone says it, right? You go to a car boot fair, you buy a game for £1, yeah, and they look it up. They say, right, do a scan. Oh, like £4 trading. That's 4 times your money back. It's not 4 times your money back, because if you bought it for £1, the cash they would give you is £2, and then like the voucher would be probably £4. So if you're looking at the £4 trading value, that is not a £4 monetary value, because the monetary value is £2, so you're only making £1. Now, the trading £4. That's how much money you've made in trading in for the game. It's not the money you made back in hard cash kind of thing. When people go, oh look, I've tripled, quadrupled my money on this, I already paid £1 for it. I'm like, I'm going to get £8 for it. No, you're not going to get £8 for it. You might get £3 or £4 cash. That's double or triple your money back. But to get more than that on a trading voucher, it might be an £8 trading voucher, but it's not hard cash in it. So you're not getting hard cash. You're getting a voucher value. And then, you can use that voucher value to put towards some of the other games that you want to play. You might want to get the £40 Silent Hill game on PlayStation, and you're just trading in the game for £8. Yeah, it's knocked off £8 from the game, so it's less money you had to pay for the game. But if you're getting the money value for it, you're not getting the money value for it. You're only getting like £2 or £3 money value for it, not the £8. You're getting £2 or £3 money value. The voucher is £8. It's not hard cash. People think it's hard cash, and it isn't. I was lucky to find one of the Guitar Hero guitars at a car boot fair here. Van Haven one, I think it was. I didn't think I was going to get hardly anything back for that, because a lot of these Guitar Heroes, you only get £3 or £4 for them in trading. Well, I didn't go to my local C.E.X at Streatham. I went to the Croydon one. I took it with me, thinking I'm only going to get £3 or £4 for it. And I was fucking shocked. £46 fucking trading voucher I'd got for that. I thought, what the fuck? It might have had the dongle, I can't remember, for £46. Now, that is a trading value. The cash value might have only been £30, cash value. I don't know. But I took a load of stuff up then. I came home with like £200 of trading vouchers, which I saved and kept saving all my vouchers to buy the Xbox X from C.E.X. And that cost me $420, I think it was. But most of that I paid I think I paid £80 cash, and all the rest was in like vouchers, which I've been saving up because I've been going to car boot fairs and like scanning them and trying to get, like, even if it was like £1 game and it's like a £1.60 or £2 trading, I'll still buy the game for £1, even just to make that 60p extra trading price. So it can be building up. It's like, you're putting money in your money box, and like every time you put it in, it's building up in it. So I was doing that, building all my credits up. I trading in one of my mobile phones actually, which one person said I'd get 90 quid for, but because it still had the actual screen covering on it. Yeah, I never take my screen covering off. Even on the PC, it's still got the side peel on it. But the guy decided to take it off and he scratched it. He goes, it's got a scratch on it. And I said, well, it didn't have a scratch just now. And he goes, well, it got a scratch now. And he goes, yeah, because you've done it. He goes, well, we can't give you £90. We give you £65. Well, you fucking bastards. But I reckon I actually went back up there a couple of days later because that phone was the only phone they had in stock here. I went back up there and they had that up for over £160, I think it was. So they like tripled their money on that fucking phone. So you got to be careful trading stuff with C.E.X. Before you give it to them, say, look, there's no marks on it. Show them there's no marks on it. Yeah. And if he goes and asks his manager and he comes back, and there's marks on it, they got to take that. I reckon they should take that as it was shown to them before they bought it back. Anytime I'm going to take something up again, which is worth a lot of money, and he goes, I'll have to ask my manager, and he picks up the take, I say, no, hang on, you leave that there. You bring the manager here, because I don't want you marking that. And him saying, oh, look, there's marks on it when you've actually just marked it yourself. I want it left there, and he can see the condition of it himself. And he can be the one who's going to give me the offer, not you. Because I know, I've heard stories where people are taking stuff up to C.E.X. and they've had a lower value returns on their items. Even with controllers, you can do a stick drift controller test via the PC because they got like an online stick controller testing thing on the internet now. And all you got to do is plug in your controller to a USB cable and then plug it into your USB port, and then you test all the controls, and it'll tell you got stick drift or not. Now, if it says that it's passed all of them, yeah, you can take it up, and then they turn around and say, "Oh, we've got slight stick drift. We got to repair that, so we can't give you the full voucher value for it. We can give you so much for it, so we'll knock it down." Yeah. C.E.X. a bunch of arseholes sometimes, I tell you. They say that they're cleaning your dish for you, but they don't. They go out the back, put it on the side, pretend it's been cleaned, and it's not been cleaned. But yeah, say I keep moving off the car boot fair thing. I will probably go there maybe Sunday, just to have a look around. I'm not going to buy too much stuff. If there's games there which I know might still have a decent trading value, even if I've got it or not, I might buy it. But I am trying to find more kind of games that I've not got. The only games I don't want to get is like sport games, NFL, football, rugby, darts, and any kind of sport games I don't really want to get unless it's like FIFA 18, because FIFA 18 I believe was the last FIFA game they brought out on PlayStation 2, Xbox, whatever, kind of thing. So unless it's like an 18, I'm not going to bother. Even like I'll say I'm not going to bother. Like the only sport game that we'll probably get is like Wii Sports. so they still hold a little bit of value, you know, like £4 or £5 for the plastic box version, and then like £8 for the cardboard version, the original cardboard version. So some of the Wii Sport games still do hold a little bit of value, but people seem to be going to the car boot fairs and taking them out and getting them straight away. You know, people who are selling like Wii consoles with games, people go up to them and say, well, I don't really need that. Can I just buy that one game? And the sellers don't realise that that is the main part of the actual Wii console. You know, you're always going to need a Wii Sports or Wii Result disc for that console to be sold. But they don't realise that. And people, you know, big collectors or scalpers or whatever you want to fucking call them, you know, people go up there and buy everything they can get hold of. They will go up and say, well, this ain't worth nothing. I'll give you 50p or £1 for it, you know, kind of thing. You know, trying to fob off the seller, making them believe it's not worth nothing when they know there is a decent value, you know, for trading purposes on it. So when I go to car boot fairs now, I'm not going to go to too many. I can't because my fucking legs are killing me, you know, walking around. Really done my legs in the other day. I was so fucking glad to get home and relax. I couldn't barely walk the rest of the day. So I got kind of like, if I go up there, I've got to be very careful walking around. I've got to like try to sit down. Well, not sit down, but rest my legs against, you know, like lean against a tree or something, you know, kind of thing. Or actually, someone's got a chair, I can sit on the chair for 5 minutes, you know, just to kind of like recoup my energy and relax a little bit. But the car boot fair I went on Sunday didn't have many people selling games, and some of the people that did sell games wanted £5-6 for them. And like, you know, I know I bought a load of games off one person before, and that person was there this time around. I said, you remember me? I bought a load of this, you know, a load of stuff with you last year. Oh, okay. I said, well, look, you know, there's 3 games I wanted, yeah. And I said, can you do like 3 for £5? Because like, I know we can't do that. I said, look, you know, look, that game now is £3 in C.E.X. These 2 games are only £1 to buy on C.E.X. No, I want £3 each one. I thought, you're not going to get £3 each one. I could go to C.E.X and fucking buy them. They go, oh, well, you go to C.E.X then, I want £3 each for mine. So I just put them back and fucking walked off. I thought, bollocks to you. And his disc wasn't that, you know, in good condition anyway. You know, he had a lot of Wii games there, but, you know, the Xbox and PlayStations were really scratched up and buggered. I think half of them probably worked anyway. So, so there weren't that many sellers there selling night games. And when there are sellers selling games, you've got to be kind of like quick and open-eyed and keep pestering people, you know. If you've got any games, you know, if you've got games, I don't mind waiting because there are other people, collectors and resellers that goes around fucking taking everything and not giving other people a chance to get anything. So, so it's more like looking around and keeping a sharp eye out and seeing if you get them cheap enough. But when people are trying to like triple their money, you know, kind of thing, and you know that it's not even worth that much, and you can probably go and buy that same game from C.E.X, it ain't worth it. So we'll see what happens Sunday if I go or not. If I do go, I might buy a few games. I don't know yet. I mainly went there to look for some like kind of little statues, you know, toys and stuff like that. But I didn't even see many. You know, I didn't see hardly any, to be honest with you. Like Star Wars or Star Trek or any like Call of Duty, anything like that. Didn't see nothing. But we'll see what happens Sunday if I go. And if I do any more C.E.X visits, and we'll see how that goes. Do a little C.E.X pickup video. If I do any more C.E.X visits, I might go to one in Croydon. I don't know yet. But hey, cheers for watching, and I'll catch you all later. Bye for now. Don't forget, like, share, location for the next live stream. There'll be an upload later on tonight, probably another infected, or if not, the another one which I've been playing, which I can't fucking remember what it was now. Oh shit! Rising, whatever it's called, Rising World. I think there might probably be a Rising World one up later today, because there's more of those I can upload than, well, they already uploaded actually. Like the Infected, I've only got about another 5 or 6 episodes of those to be released, although they are uploaded already. They're still in private, and I'm running low on those. So I do need to get back on and playing the Infected a little bit more. Rising World, I think I've got about another 15 of those saved as private, which will be uploaded one a day. Keep Up Survival, not sure about that one yet. Probably still do a couple of more on those. I think I've got maybe one more to upload on that, I don't know. But I might get back and playing a little bit more on that later. But I'll see how it goes. But anyway, if you're not already subscribed, please subscribe. It helps me to build up the channel and give you more content. If you'd like to leave a comment, please comment, but don't leave horrible, snidey, disgusting ones, because I will get removed, deleted, and you'll be banned and blocked. So anyway, cheers for watching, and I'll catch you next one. Bye for now.